Hi, your little guy here, the unknown, and today I want us to look at something very important. I want us to actually look at how we prepare for the next day, how we prepare for the best trades, okay? Because honestly, we can't come today and try to go through all the pairs. Remember, these are only the pairs that move well during the Asia. Okay, so we can't come today and look at all the pairs that move well during Asia, all the pairs that move well during the London, and all the pairs that move well during the US session, the major pairs, indices, and all sort of stuff. Okay, we can't analyze all these things on the day at which we will be trading. Okay, we want to actually analyze all these things a day before. For me personally, I prefer 8 p.m. because by that time I already know how the day is traded, and obviously the market is going towards the closing, and it's more likely to consolidate up until the next day, okay, or the next session. So that's the right time for me to analyze and select, okay, select pairs that will be ready the following day. So without any further ado, let's look at how this thing is done, or how I do it. First of all, you need to have a setup or a strategy. On this channel, of course, we have talked about 3 setups or 3 strategies, okay? So I understand most of you already know them, okay? So you need to know what you are looking for and how your best setup should look the following day, okay? So once you know, you need to select your pairs, okay, a day before. So even if you are gonna end up with 2 pairs that are ready for the following day, it's okay. The main goal here is to preserve your capital, okay? You only want to open when you have an edge, when all the odds are aligned on your side, okay? When all the odds are in your favor, okay? Apart from that, you want to preserve your capital. That's the most important thing. So say for instance, if you're analyzing, maybe you end up with 8 pairs that are ready for the following day. You have to go through the pairs again and find the ones that have set up the best. Maybe you end up with 4, and then on the following day, observe the behavior, and out of the 4 you can filter through and remain with 2. And maybe if you have 2 that actually move in different sessions, we'll talk about this shortly. Maybe one is a pair that moves well during the London session, and one is a pair that moves well during the US session. Then of course you can take one during the London session, or you can take one during the and you can take the other during the US session, okay? However, you don't just take these pairs blindly just because you are left with 2 pairs for the day. No, you must observe the behavior on the day, okay? So the first thing is to have a strategy. The next thing is to select the pairs that have actually set up well and are actually more likely to give a good trade the following day. Okay, I will show you this on the charts. It's highly important. So in other words, you're gonna select the ones that have given you a good signal day, okay? And then on the day itself, you're gonna be looking at the behavior on the session that the pair moves in, okay? We will address that. We have already spoken about this, but we will just go into detail. And then when, say for instance, you have 2 and 1 setups in the best way on the day, okay? Then you execute it flawlessly, okay? Don't be scared. Don't execute with fear. Don't wait for multiple confluences, okay? Once the setup is presented based on the criteria that you take a trade, then you must execute flawlessly. You are gonna get roughly 2 results, a loss or a win, okay? And these 2 results mean nothing, okay? You are actually gonna lose sometimes, you're gonna win sometimes. If you try by all means to execute when you feel like you're gonna win, you're gonna have a very big problem, because you're gonna end up having overconfidence, okay? So execute when all your criteria are met. I know sometimes when it's your time to enter, you feel scared. Yes, that's normal, but try to find a way to execute flawlessly without fear. The results are guaranteed. It's gonna be a loss or a win, and you know that, okay, If your strategy, we talk about this always, if your strategy has a win rate of 40%, obviously you're gonna win 40 out of 100, meaning you're gonna lose 60. And if your risk reward ratio is 1:5, obviously you're gonna be in crazy profits. Okay, it doesn't matter if you lose more trades. With the risk reward, you're gonna be in big profits. That's one thing you should learn to master, because when you master this, you will never ever be scared to execute, knowing that you're gonna win or you're gonna lose, provided you're executing the same things day in day out based on your strategy. Okay, so that's the most important thing. Okay, so now let's go to the charts. Okay, on this channel, of course, we have 3 strategies, guys. We have 3 strategies. Okay, and the recent playbook I made, I just selected one strategy because I want people to master one strategies. Okay, one strategy, understand it, make it your A+ strategy, and take it flawlessly. Okay, so somebody said I hide some things so that I can put them on the playbook. No, this channel has 80+ videos. Okay, I've explained everything. I've explained all the setups. The playbook is just me going an extra mile to put only one strategy. Okay, one strategy, and how I actually execute it. Okay, so that's what I did with the playbook. I've shared already everything on this channel. Okay, so I don't understand when somebody gives me a nasty comment saying I've hidden everything so that I can put it on a playbook. I've shared everything. Okay, I've shared everything. Okay, so yeah, it is the truth. I've shared everything. So guys, the first thing you must understand is we analyze a day before. Okay, based on our 3 strategies that we use. Okay, but I will recommend you starting with one strategy that you understand in and out. Okay, and make it your A+. For me, I've spent a lot of time on the strategies. That's why now I use 3 strategies combined, but I will recommend you starting with one, understand it, and take it only that strategy until you understand the A's to Z of that strategy, and until you are able to execute it flawlessly. Okay, so let's see how we do our things. You see, we can't be coming on this day to look for trades. Okay, we're gonna get analysis paralysis, or else we're gonna take irrational decisions. And you know, of course, with irrational decisions, you will no longer be preserving your capital, which is the most important thing. Okay, so what we do is, okay, you see the market has been going down, and on a Friday, I want to show you how I did it on a Monday. Okay, on a Friday they gave a first green day. You see the markets have been going down, and on a Friday the market opened here and closed here. This is the first green candle out of this week. Okay, all this candle were red if you look on a daily time frame, and this is the first day where we got the green candle because it opened low and closed high. Okay, but is that a first green day? Obviously not. That's not a first green day. Is a first green day a day that opens low and closes high? No, that's only half of the definition, or 30% of the definition. Okay, first part first, we need a market that has been going unidirectional. Okay, in one directional for at least to make it good. For me, I would prefer a market that has been going down for at least 3 days. Okay, a market that has been going down for at least 3 days. Okay, and then we have a day that opened low but closed high. But here's the most important thing: the day itself must trap volume. If it doesn't trap volume, for me, it's not a first green day or a first red day. Okay, as you can see, they drop prices, telling everybody to go down. Okay, people are selling, market makers are buying. Okay, they show you go down again the next day. Remember, this is on the day where we got the first green day. It said go down. People were sent down and they were trapped. You see, people were trapped below this level. You see, this is okay, here's the level. This is the level right here. Okay, because this is the closing price of Friday. Okay, so people got trapped below this level. As you can see, everybody going down and going down got trapped. Okay, and then what are we looking for the next day, which was a Monday? I selected this because we got a first green day, which is a good signal day. Okay, Remember, there are three prerequisites to get a first green day or to get a first red day. Okay, and the first one is that it must go, the previous days actually must have gone in one direction for about 3 days. Okay, sometimes you can say 2, but to make it fair you can just say 3 days. Okay, why? Because most people believe trend is your friend. I love talking about the psychology behind everything, because when you understand the psychology behind everything starts to make sense. Okay, so books says trend is your friend. I'm not disputing that, neither am I arguing with that. Okay, so people got to chase this move. As you can see, it was going down massively, and the last push is what actually got things interesting. Okay, you see this candle, it's a very big candle. Yes, people got to chase this candle. It went too many pips in one day, and it was late already. There's a reason for this. It went down and came back and closed as a pin. Okay, so the next day they trap people. So the market must be going in one direction, and the first green day must also be part of the trap. It must trap volume. You see on the data they send people down again before going up and giving a break in structure. You see right here now, this is a break in structure. You see, this is a break in structure. Okay, this is a break in structure, and this is highly important, but I'm not going to talk about breaks in structure. Okay, but the most important thing is that, as you can see, if we put this box down here, everybody below it is trapped. Everybody going down below this level is trapped. That's the most important thing. Green days must trap volume below, red days must trap volume above. Okay, so that's the most important thing. Once you get trapped volume, believe me, everything makes sense. Okay, so that's one important thing you should start looking for. Where is volume trapped? Okay, they send people, they convince people to follow the trend, they trap them on the day, and then they open low and closed high. That's a first green day. So what was I expecting on a Monday? Because I analyzed this thing late or on Friday. Okay, what was I expecting on this? I was expecting a dump. You see, I was expecting them to dump prices so that I can get this pump. Why do I expect a dump after first green day for a pump? Obviously, I will repeat this. Obviously, because when they dump prices, they are sending more volume down. Okay, and they are closing those who got the move right. Okay, so that's what I need. I want to see a dump so that I can get a pump, and the first target might be the high. Okay, but for me, preferably 50 pips, it's enough. Okay, so this day here, if you look carefully at it, we didn't get the dump. It just went straight up. So there is nothing for me on a day like this. Okay, know exactly what you are looking for. That's what will help in the long run. Okay, so here's the thing. If prices have been going down for a number of days, okay, that's important. At least 3 days to make it well. Okay, and then on the day itself, they trap. You see, they send people down, then it closes high. This is a first green day. What are we looking for? This is the high. We are looking for a dump. The dump should be how many pips? It could be 25 pips. It could be 50 pips. It could be 75 pips. Okay, that's the dump we want to see. Why? Because they dump already. They send people down here and they got them trapped. When they dump again, they are sending them down again. That means they are buying as people are selling. And then when they've got enough trapped volume, that's when they pump back to the top. Okay, so the following day they are most likely to correct again. Okay, and give us a day 3 continuation. Okay, so these are the things I look for. I don't need a day that, okay, say prices have been dropping and all of a sudden, okay, we get a first green day and then the following day they pump up again. No, there's no specific entry for me on this one. That means, yes, I might have selected it because it's a first green day, but on the day itself there's no setup for me. I want to see them dropping prices so that they can pump them. Okay, so that's the most important thing. You see, on this day, which was yesterday, there was nothing in for me. Why? Because already they pumped prices up. Okay, so remember, the most important thing is to preserve your capital and only enter when you have an urge. Okay, you have a good edge when they dump prices, because had they dump prices like this do you know what they would have achieved? They would have managed to close these guys down here, okay? And they would have also managed to send more volume down so that they can reverse after volumes have been trapped. But of course, they won't do that all the time, because sometimes already they've got all the volume trapped here, so they want to punish it, okay? So this was our day one first green day. The moment they broke the next day, this becomes a day one, okay? So after first green day, this is day one, of course. This is day one, okay? Okay, we did get a day two continuation that I love a lot. I did talk about the fact that I love day two continuations, okay? However, this one was not a very good day two continuation. Why? Because they didn't dump the prices, okay? You must know what you are looking for. It's not a matter of just always being on the market. No. That's not the most important part. The important thing here is knowing when to enter and when not to trade. You see, there's a lot of volume up here, okay? So this is a day two. We didn't get what we were looking for. Today there's a lot of news, okay? 3:30 news are coming, okay? So I don't want to be in the market before the news. Obviously, we are heading towards 3:30 South African time, okay? 9:30 US time. We are heading towards that time. But I'm still recording. You know why? Because I don't want to be on the market during the news, and I want to be there after my equity time. So I still have roughly 1 hour 30 minutes to my equity opening time. That's why I can still be recording right now. Okay, today it's a day three. What are we looking for? Okay, if you look carefully, we got our dump, okay? So we might get a continuation to give us day three breakouts. Highly possible. We still have liquidity here. However, here's the most important thing. This is what I'm anticipating. This is what I want to see. Okay, this is what I want to see. However, here's something important. Okay, we can still continue. At the equity time, I'm going to observe the behaviors of price, how our price is behaving, because we can still continue and go down. This is highly possible. You must be objective, not subjective. Don't just say because they have to do this. No, you are not moving the market, but the setup helps us have an edge, okay? So we know we might get day three breakouts, day three continuation, which will actually give us day two or breakouts into the market. That's highly possible. Why? Because they dumped prices, and that is a good thing, okay? Who is in profit? Let's go to a smaller time frame, okay? These guys here were in profits, but they've just been closed out right now, okay? These guys here, they were in profit, but they've been closed, okay? They've been closed. Who is in profit right now? Obviously, the guys who sold after Asia are in profit, and the guys from yesterday are still in profit, okay? But don't forget the fact that even the guys from yesterday are still in profit. So anything can happen, okay? But we have my directional bias for now will be towards the top, but I will also observe how they're behaving, okay? I want to see how they behave after the news. I want to see how they behave when the equity opens. Are they pumping prices to dump them? Will they come maybe find support on this level, then drop? I want to see things like that, okay? I want to see things like that. But most likely we might get a break to the top, because already we have gone roughly 50 pips, which is a good thing, okay? We did talk about the dump being 50, 25, 50, 25, 50 or 75 pips, so we might get a continuation. But I repeat, be objective, not subjective. Anything can still happen. We can still see prices dropping, because today it's a day three, day one, day two, day three. We can get a continuation, or else prices might just drop, okay? So that's one thing we should know. That's one thing we should be aware of, okay? So once you are aware of this, everything will start making sense, okay? Okay? So we might get day three continuations, or else we might get a reversal, okay? Just know who is in profit. That's why I love the US session, because by the time the US session has traded, already we know who is in profit, and we know where prices are most likely to go. Our job is to observe the behavior. What did I say here? What did we say here? What did we say here? What did we say here? Behavior on the day. Behavior on the day. How are prices actually gonna behave? Okay, that is the most important thing. How are prices gonna behave? Okay, that is the most important thing. We can still see prices going down, or else we can get a a break to the top. Okay, that's why I hate signals, because if somebody sends you signal, they don't know what's going to happen until prices have painted a story. Read the story that prices are telling you. That's the most easiest way to get the good trades. But this one I've selected today. Why? Because we are on day 3. Okay, and that is a very good thing. Okay, so let's go to GJ. Same behavior, obviously. Why? Because of correlations. If we look at correlations right here, okay, GJ, it's okay. Okay, we were looking at AJ. Let's look at the correlations with GJ. Where's GJ? Let's find the pound. Okay, here's GJ. You see GJ and AJ highly correlated, so they're most likely to behave in the same manner. Let's look. The correlation is from 1 day. Let's look at the last month. Okay, GJ. They have 92 correlations last month. So this tells you that these pairs are more strong and they're most likely to move in the same direction. Let me bring them up here so that everybody can see in a very simple manner. Okay, you see this is GJ versus AJ, 92 correlation. Okay, so they're most likely to act in the same way. You don't want to buy one and sell one, because you are actually countering yourself, you are opposing yourself, contradicting yourself. Okay, so that's the most important thing with correlations. So right now, yes, we are from AJ, now we are GJ. Obviously I won't have to explain much here, because their behaviors are still the same. That's why you see first green day on Friday, prices going unidirectional. Okay, for a number of days, unidirectional. And then on Friday they send people down. Okay, look at how they've been sending people down, people to sell, so that market makers can buy. Okay, and they close high. I told you, prerequisite, prices have been going down. Okay, for some time. Okay, and now just look, wow, go down, send people down. That's why maybe this day they didn't even give a dump. So I did select this one, okay, yesterday, but on Friday actually, but I didn't really get this one yesterday. Why? Because as you can see, there was no dump. I need a dump for a pump. There was no dump for a pump. Okay, so obviously I did nothing on this one. Okay, because it just went up. Besides, Monday are not my favorite days, but they can present some good opportunities. Okay, day count, that's the most important thing. So today is day 2, tomorrow, right, yesterday was day 2, today is day 3. Okay, today is day 3, today's day 3. What have prices done? Prices have been dumped. How many pips? They've dumped already 188 pips. Okay, who was in profit? Hey, I love this, guys. Who is in profit? Obviously the guys from yesterday, Asia, are in profit. And I hate it when they bounce on a level so perfect like this. Okay, I say this all the time. If they bounce on a level in a very perfect way like this, I hate this. So today we are most likely to get a continuation. Okay, because already they have fallen 3 levels of 50 times 3, that's 150, and so far they've gone 180. Let's calculate. Oh, they've gone roughly 200. It's more than that level. Okay, so anything can still happen. We can still go down, however we are most likely to go up. Okay, we can still go up, or else we can close as a first red day, we can close as a first as an inside day, highly possible. But of course, these guys who sold here are in profits, people who sold here are in profits, as well as people who sold here. So the market is most likely to go for those who are in profit. They are in profit. Okay, and they are in profit. And lastly, they are in profit. Okay, so we can go back for them, because today is day 3. We can go back up and get a day 3 breakout, day 3 into the markets. Okay, highly possible. However, as I said, we don't enter blindly. Why? Because there's still room for them to fall. Okay, there's still room for them to fall. We still have people who are in profit over here. We still have people in profit from here. Okay, so we observe the behavior when the equity opens. Okay, but the main objective of this video actually is to show that we do our analysis a day before and then see what we are anticipating. So of course I will be anticipating a day 3, but it's still highly possible that we will actually go down. Okay, it's still highly possible, but we have trap volume down here. And let's see, possibly from body to body they've gone roughly 400 pips, so anything is still possible. You see, they've gone 400 pips, but this is a correction of roughly 200 and something pips, 50%, and we can still see a continuation, more especially because we still have a lot of liquidity up here. So we can see it's highly possible that we can see maybe prices going up until onto this level. Okay, it's still highly possible. Okay, so we will see what will happen. Besides, we still have a lot of news on the pound today, tomorrow, and on Friday, so anything is still possible. Okay, so yeah, this is how we analyze our things. We analyze a day before, and then we select our currencies. This one obviously was coming to a day 3, so that's why I selected it, because I know we're either gonna get a day 3 or else we might get day 3 breakouts, then a reversal. Anything is still possible. Okay, I will be observing the behaviors when the equity opens. I'll be observing the behaviors. Okay, because I know there are many people chasing this move, and obviously when we get many people to chase a move, then one thing is certain, they're gonna get punished. Okay, so we will see what happens here. Okay, one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to enter a position. As you can see, here's the line. We don't want to be counter trending this EMA. Okay, if we're gonna get an entry, obviously we need to see them trapping volume. Okay, we need to see them trapping volume. Okay, trapping volume, then shifting the zone and closing inside the EMA on the other side. Okay, we don't want to be counter trending this EMA. So those are the most important things. Okay, that's why I said do currency selection, and on the day look at the behavior. So far so good. So far for me so good. I will see what will actually transpire, because we can still get that up move. Okay, but it's not about entering blindly. Okay, it's not about entering blindly, and for me personally it's not about counter trending. Okay, I know that okay, we're still on a move up, and yeah, anything is still possible, guys. Okay, let me do one last pair, because already I can see that we are approaching our 30 minutes mark, and I don't want this video to be long. Let's just take I don't know, let's take you. Okay, let's just take this one. Okay, okay, this was same thing. If we go back to correlations, that's what makes the difference. Okay, if we actually go back to correlations, this is USD JPY. Here is USD JPY. You see 91% correlations in the last month, and let's look at last day. I think we will still get some good correlations. This is USD JPY. Okay. It seems like yesterday they were not correlated. They were very much non-correlated. Okay, so this is something to also observe. Okay, so that's why I told you correlations are not permanent. Some people don't understand. They think that just because when they came they saw that okay, this was correlated, they still believe that correlations will carry in throughout the year. No, correlations change over time. Okay, so that's why you must check correlations in the longer term and correlations in the shorter term. Let me just look at correlations in the past week, because I want to really see this, because I don't want to be biased. Okay, you see in the last week the correlations were so high, so these ones are still most likely to move in the same direction. Okay, but yesterday they moved in an opposite way. So okay, let's see GJ. Okay, GJ went up, okay, fell during the US session. This one went up and fell during they did the same thing. Okay, even though it's saying for the last day correlations were low, but based on the behavior, correlations were not low. So here's the thing again. You see, this is a first green day. Why is it a first green day? Obviously prices have been going down for quite some time, and on the day itself they managed to send people down. They trapped volume down. Everybody's selling below this level is trapped. You see, go down. Okay, so today yesterday, yes, I did market, but obviously, of course, as you can see, they didn't behave as I anticipated, because I've already said that, okay, if I get something like this, the following day I want to see a dump, okay, a dump for a pump. That's the most important thing. But we didn't get a dump for a pump. Obviously prices were taken up right away, and they started going up from the Asian session. Okay, so obviously there was nothing, okay, on this day. So as you can see, most days there will be nothing. Why? Because the main objective is to preserve capital. It's not about being on the market, being on the, no. Understand the most important things, which is actually preservation of capitals. I always speak about this example. We are hunters, hunting the best pairs that have set up in a good way according to our strategies. So as a hunter, if you say, for example, today you're gonna be hunting elephants, okay, and then you go out with roughly, you have a gun, okay, to shoot elephants, and then you go out with roughly 10 bullets. Those 10 bullets are your capital, they are your resources. Once they are depleted, you are out of the game, okay? So tell me, maybe you travel 100 miles to the hunting zone. Obviously, if you run out of those ammunition, you are out of the game. So you only have 10 shots, okay? And tell me what happens if you see a bird, you shoot at the bird. Maybe you hit it. Shoot at a bird, you hit it. And then you shoot at 10 birds. Obviously, you have depleted your ammunition. Imagine what happens when the elephant passes now, just after you've hit the 10th bird. Obviously, you can't compare birds with an elephant. The meat doesn't come close, okay, in terms of size. So obviously you have lost on the day, even if you're gonna come back with 10 birds, but you have lost because the elephant passed and you had no ammunition on the day. You were out of the game completely. So the same thing applies to here. You don't want to be depleting your resources, okay? Your capital is your resource. The more you preserve it, the better, okay? You don't want to be out of the game. You don't want to be out of the game, okay? So preserve your capital. It's not about entering, executing, buying or selling every day. No, some days you won't have anything, okay? You'll have a good setup or a good signal day, but the following day they will just do their own thing and not align with your setup on the day. So just do nothing, okay? So here's the thing. You see, day one, first red day, first green day, I mean, very perfect one. We have trap volume below, prices have been falling, okay? If it's not for many days, at least let it be for enough pips. You see, prices fell for 500 pips. That makes a lot of sense, right? And then trend is your friend. Everybody gets to chase the trend, and that's where people get trapped. This is a W. W's, we spoke about patterns. Patterns are used to trap volume, okay? So you sell to sell, you sell, they buy. Sell, they buy. Sell, they buy. Then they change the zone. And then as you can see, it makes sense why yesterday they didn't dump, because obviously they have a lot of trap volume below here, so they just wanted to punish, okay? So again, as we said, you want to observe how prices are behaving at this level. Yesterday was day 2, today is day 3. This is USD JPY, okay? This is roughly let's see, this is day what? This is day 3, okay? Not day 2, day 3, because yesterday was day 2. Remember, day 1, okay, day 1, but it's an inside day. Obviously, yes, but the moment it breaks the extreme the following day, what did we say? Okay, if you watch previous videos, you understand. The problem is that you don't want to watch previous video, you want to watch the current one, and there's a lot you don't understand, and you think I'm hiding, just like somebody told me that I hide a lot of things. Guys, I share these things with you. I have a lot of videos on this channel, okay? It's unfortunate. Let me just mention this quite quick right here, right now. Guys, it takes a doctor roughly 6 years to pass their qualification, okay? Post-matric, 6 years. And then more years if they are going to be specializing, okay? It takes a professor roughly 4 years, undergrads, roughly 2 years post-grad, masters, and roughly 3 years PhD. So it takes a doctor roughly a PhD roughly 7 years post-matric to be a doctor. It even takes a pilot many years to qualify, okay? The same applies to teachers or any other qualification. So tell me, you think that trading is easy? Guys, stats have shown, researchers have shown, there are many doctors, many lawyers, many pilots who really fail, I don't know, I don't even have a proper word. They fail a lot in this industry. And you think you need one video of 30 minutes so that you understand. There are people who are complaining, this video is too long, this video is too long. Hey guys, you won't be a good trader by just watching a 5-minute video. Okay, you have to do much better than that. You have to put, if not years, then months of learning. Okay, because this is the most hardest field as compared to most of the professions out there. But it's crazy how people want to master it in just 1 hour. People want to master it in just 2 hours. People want to master it in just 3 hours. It doesn't work like that. Okay, it has never actually worked like that, and it will never work like that. Okay, so you must know these things. Okay, the more work you put into studying, the more work you put into backtesting, the more work you put into this craft, the more you will understand. Okay, it's unfortunate that people want trend lines. Go for trend lines, it's up to you. Okay, because the gurus out there makes it sound so easy. Okay, you just come out, draw trend lines, support and resistance, that's it. Now if you understand drawing trend lines, you understand drawing support and resistance, now you are good. It's not like that. It has never been like that. 95% of retail guys are losing despite being perfect in identifying support and resistance, because there are people who want to be perfect. Make a video which says how to draw trend lines, you have thousands of views. Guys, it's not like that. It doesn't work like that. It has never worked like that. Okay, it has never worked like that. Put work into backtesting, put work into studying, read books. I love market research. You get to learn a lot from them. I love Mark Douglas. You get to learn a lot of psychology. Okay, so this is just one big field that is amazing. Okay, and you have to put in the work, and it's not gonna happen overnight. It will never happen overnight. Okay, it will never happen overnight. Even the results, they might not come overnight. They might come after years, they might come after months, but the most important thing is invest enough time into studying it. Don't be in a rush. It's a journey. It's not a marathon. It's not a marathon. It's a journey. Okay, it's not a race. It's actually a journey. Okay, you don't become good in one day. You don't become good in 6 months. Okay, put in the hours. Become better every day. Okay, but the truth is, it's not gonna take maybe a month, 2 months, 6 months. No, it might take even more depending on how much time you invest. Okay, so this is the most hardest field that even doctors are failing to excel in, and they are considered the smartest people, mainly based on the number of years they've studied. Okay, but they are failing big time. So if you think you're gonna master this by just watching a 15-minute video, then I don't know. Okay, it's all about putting in the work. Okay, so guys, here's the thing. I don't want to get lost. Okay, this is day 1, this is day 2. Today we are most likely to get day 3 into the markets. Okay, and who is in profit? These guys down here were in profit. They've been closed. Okay, they've closed these guys, and they've came to bounce on a level. Let me go to a 15-minute time frame so that we can see quite clearer. Okay, I see these guys were in profit. I told you I hate it when they bounce on a level so perfectly, because this is a trap. Some people buy because they believe in support and resistance. Okay, they bounce carefully, they bounce perfectly, then they did what? They came and closed these guys here. Okay, and now obviously we will see what happens at the equity opening time. By the way, news is coming now. Let's just look at the candle of news. The candle of news. Okay, I'm not moved by news. I was just saying we are more likely to get day 3 breakouts into the market, but still, again, anything is possible. Anything is still possible. Okay, let the news trade. It's okay. Anything is still possible. We can't predict news, but most likely we might get day 3 breakouts into the market. But again, as I say, anything is still possible. Okay, the news have just hit. I'm not gonna be chasing news. I'm gonna be waiting for the equity opening time. Okay, that's what I wait for. Okay, so we are most likely to get breakouts into the market, but the prices can still go down. Okay, because anything can happen. They move the market, we don't. So when we analyze and we analyze before and we observe their behavior on the day, we have a directional bias. Ours is to observe their behavior. I love how they are actually bouncing on a level here. We will see how they behave during the equity opening time. Okay, that's why you don't see me rushing to buy, rushing to sell. No, I don't do that. Okay, I will wait for the news, I will wait for the equity time, because when the equity opens, I now at least have a stop hunt, or I know who is trapped, or I know how they're behaving. Okay, because now obviously we are at these two levels. We are at the low, and we are here on this this price right here. Okay, so anything is still possible. Okay, but I love how they dumped prices. Okay, and I believe we might be getting a pump, but it's still possible to get for prices to go down. Okay, it's still highly possible. Okay, it's still highly possible. So we will just observe and see what happens. Okay, we will try to see what happens, and I will be there during the equity opening time. So guys, that's what I was showing you. You do analysis the day before, and then on a day 2, if you're gonna get continuation, you must get a dump. So today it's a day 3. If we're gonna get a day 3 breakout, obviously I'm looking for the dump. So far the dump has been good, but I want to see how prices are behaving, because it's not about entering blindly. It's actually about observing behavior of prices on the day. And for me personally, I will look at that behavior during the equity opening time. That's when I will know what's happening. Okay, but thus far the setup is so perfect for me. It's so good, so good, so good, so good. I might get a yes, a day. Okay, we might get prices rising, because already they've fallen too many pips. Okay, and I believe that people are chasing this move. Okay, so we will just see, guys. We'll see when the equity opens. But the most important thing, as I've said, is analyzing a day before, then observing how prices are behaving. Are they dumping to pump, or are they pumping to dump? That's the most important thing. Don't try to be a market maker where you want to catch the dump and then you want to catch the pump. No, you won't catch that. Allow them to make the market, because obviously their job is to make the market. And by making the market, I mean they have to show people either that the prices are going down, so people can chase the move, then they can punish, or they have to show people the prices are going down, up, so that they can punish. In simple terms, what I mean is they have to make the market. Okay, they have to make the market. Okay, so they have to propel people into opening positions, and that is the most important thing. And obviously you can't try to be them. You don't want to be making the market, and then no, you want them to make the market, trap. Then by the time you come, you know where the stops are and what they are most likely to do. You observe their behavior at the levels. Obviously this is a level, this is a level. Observe their behavior. Okay, and that's when you can get your perfect entry. And I believe by now this video is way too long, and I'm just gonna close it right here. But just for recap, I will be talking about this topic quite more, because I think it's highly important. Okay, so you need a strategy. Okay, once you know the strategy you are looking for, then you need to use your strategy or your signal days to select your pairs. It doesn't matter how many pairs you select, but the less the better. Okay, the less the better, because the most important thing is actually preserving your capital, as we have already mentioned. Okay, and then you want to observe the behavior on the day. Don't enter blindly, because just because you are expecting a day 2 continuation doesn't mean that that's what you're gonna get. Because if they are sending you up, and obviously they are pumping to dump, obviously you don't want to be buying and proving the market that you are right, you know better. No, 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 no. Observe the behavior of the market, and once you have everything confirmed, all your criteria is met. I've showed that in most of my videos as well as on the playbook. Okay, I did show that. Okay, but I've shared this on all the videos. If you watch these videos, they are more than enough for you to become consistent. Okay, I have a lot of videos. Unfortunately, people don't want to watch previous videos, but it's a series that is actually building up to help. Okay, so you must be able to enter flawlessly. Okay, so for me, guys, right now I have to go and look at my pairs and see what's happening, because I'm obviously waiting for the equity to open. Okay, that's when I get my best entries. Sometimes, yes, the move will be gone. If it's gone, perfect for me. I didn't miss anything. It's not on my plan, and that's a good thing for me. I preserve my capital. As I've said, the most important thing is preserving your capital. So guys, I thank you.